Really try not to move that mic around.
My name's Jeffrey McNeil Seymour, and I'm from Kamloops, Tayshiquaquam, which is located in so-called British Columbia in Kamloops. I'm thinking about family member or persons from my community if they were to lose a family member to violence or someone who's died violently. My heartfelt suggestion to them would be to reach out to community, to get involved in ceremony if they have that ability as soon as possible. Healing and healing around this issue is so key. One of the other things that I would say though too, like in terms of part of that healing is, once individuals feel ready, it's also really important to become vocal and to continue this momentum of holding provincial and federal governments accountable on this really critical and important issue of missing and murdered Indigenous women, girl, trans, and Two-Spirit people.
So, because you walk in two worlds?
So two things need to happen on two fronts. Because I walk in two worlds, as an Indigenous person and as a person who also isn't around the LGBTQ community. So when thinking about one thing that the Indigenous community really needs to do is to decolonize their understanding of gender and sexuality. We need to hold, particularly with the TRC recommendations, what's happening here is there's a silencing that's going on. We're not, as Two-Spirit people, being included, or that the residential schools are being held accountable for their role in introducing or firmly cementing, if you will, homophobia and transphobia. And so that's really spilled out into our current experiences of community, being excluded from ceremony, being excluded from healing with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission piece. Additionally, co-optation from and appropriation from the queer community. Just tagging on Two-Spirit at the end of the acronym without ever doing any work for the queer community of understanding space and place or the lands that they're on. It's only until recently that I've seen institutions or queer organizations such as like EGAL who have partnered with the Truth and Reconciliation Commission to create an opportunity for Two-Spirit people to sit at the table. However, there's not a lot of spillover in terms of the queer community really understanding whose lands they're on, and that you can't win your own freedom on the backs of an oppressed people. And so solidarity and allyship is really two key words that they're using in their initiatives. However, I don't really think they do a lot of self-reflection on Indigenous communities and what that means. Geez, I could ramble on forever. Okay. Okay. Do you want me to start with saying like this is a message of support, or okay? Okay. Okay. And speaking to my Two-Spirit Kwaswalten, which in Shikwakimshteen means family, it's a Two-Spirit responsibility in my community through the word Yuchaminmin, which means protect the earth and to protect the people. I just want to let you know that the work that I'm engaged in, that this is me taking up space, unsettling space, and support for initiatives so that people's voices are being heard. And I just want you to know Wakwashteen, which means I love you, in Shikwakimshteen.